Okay, uh, I'm here again. I'm so happy I get these likes. It means someone is getting pissed. Okay, I'm making wave. I'm blowing the whistle. I'm upsetting the apple cart. That's what I want. I don't want a peaceful piece of shit that panders to the common people, common people and their low level. Am I not? Am I not politically correct? You bet. I'm not. I don't want to be. Just call a spade a spade. Most of people do not know anything about languages, how to go about learning a foreign languages. They don't want to devote time and effort to it. And people who want to sell something online, they know that. Okay, they capitalize on that. So the idea is not make people learn and get what language is all about, but the idea is, okay, they want shit, I'm gonna sell them shit because I just get the money. And that is why the word is going to the dogs. This mentality do not lead anywhere. Just do your right thing and sleep the sleep of the just people. That's the idea. Do what is right. Just do what is right. Okay? That's the basic concept that most of the religions don't get to come across. Do the right thing, no matter what. Okay? Teach English the proper way. Do things the way they should be done, not the way people tell you they should be done. I teach English. I try to, at least, according to my ideas. And if people find that difficult, okay, it is difficult. Learning a language, it's not picnic. It's not a piece of cake. Okay? It's not a walk in the park. It's difficult. But, like everything, if you go the right way, little by little, what you found difficult at the beginning, it becomes easy. And then you will face some are difficult things on a higher level. Other things, am I reading? This is a stupid guy from South America that always says, I'm reading my... First he says I mispronounce, then I read. What is that? I don't read. That's why sometimes I make mistakes. That's part of the course. I mean, I don't prepare what I'm saying, and I try to be fluent, and it's only normal that now and then I come up with a doozy. That's me. I don't speak 8 languages. I don't prepare my speeches. I do not edit them, as you can see. I do not insert stupid spots where I make funny faces. I try to be funny with stupid jokes that I find. I mean, why there are so good stand-up comedians on YouTube. Why should I do that? I'm not a comedian. I'm not, really. And you know what? You don't expect from a comedian to teach you languages. Why should you expect from a language teacher to be a comedian. I am myself. I like languages, I like music, and I like sport. That's me. I don't speak about mathematics because I don't know jack about mathematics. I don't speak about some of the things I have a vague opinion about. I have my opinion, but I know my opinion is not professional, so I don't come out and say this, and this. I have some blog where I speak about some things in a very informal way, but just for the hell of it. It's not like when I speak about languages that completely, that's another ball game. I mean, when I speak about languages, I'm committed. I've been experiencing that for years. I've been reading books about that. I've been watching videos. I've been reading things on the web. It's another thing. It's like, okay, I'm not the best out there, but at least I have common sense, and what I say is times-tested experience. So when people come up and say people just read the first book, it's bullshit. Actually, people read only the first textbook because they just get bogged down, not because they like reading 10 times the first book. And if they do that, it's just because they haven't internalized the first book in the first place. So that is not the problem. The problem is why people do not forge ahead and learn the first book well enough to move on to the second. Because believe you me, people don't like reading the same textbook if they really know that. If they do that, it's because they've forgotten the first book in the first place because they've been doing other things, and they feel, that's my experience, okay? And they feel that they have to go over the first book, which is not a bad thing in itself. The bad thing is why do they give up and they need to review the first book? So all this bullshit about people reading the first book, when a person knows something, most of the times moves on. Don't read only the first book. I mean, never happened to me in 13 years that I said that I had to tell this book, very well. Let's move the second book. Most of the times the problem is that they didn't internalize and absorb the first book. So just get to the core of the problem. The core is when you absorb well. I don't call study because study is a formal reading and memorizing thing and repeating these things internally, and I don't see learning a foreign language like classical study. But when you have internalized, absorbed your first book, it's only natural that you feel the urge to move to the second book. Okay, I would say that book is not, you don't study the book, you study the language. The book is a means to an end. So the book should have an audio part. So when you feel confident with this, you move to the second. Okay, so the problem, it's different. Okay, the problem is that most of the time people learn a foreign language in a much too formal way. They think that repeating to themselves the definition of the usage of the present perfect is knowing the present perfect. No, it isn't. It can help in a way, but not just memorizing word by word, but grasping the concept. You can grasp the concept through several samples or examples, and little by little you can make yourself your own rule and deduce the rule from the many examples of real language you can get. And that's what naturally happens. in real life. The only thing that is like you for example, when a present perfect, I give you only sentences where there is a present perfect in a context, and then you see the other context, other sentences with the past simple, or there are opposition between present perfect or present perfect continuous, where there's an opposition, where there's not an opposition, always in a context. That's the idea. Okay? So, all the other bullshit that you hear from learning just through one medium, like that specifically website, my idea is once you should work on your level. Your level is upper intermediate or intermediate. Test your level first. Don't overestimate your level. Your level is not only what you can read and understand when it's written, but basically what you can say and what you can understand when people speak. So you have a variety of material. Variety is the key. So when I teach, or when I teach my students, say, don't listen to me, listen to other people, because you get accustomed to my voice, and it's easier to understand me. But you have to listen to many voices. You have to be active, proactive, find your material, judge the material you find online, and see if it's good for you. It's something. If it's too easy, don't do it. If it's too difficult, don't do it. They should be responsibilized, I don't know, concerning their own study.